Good morning, afternoon and evening everyone. My name is Liam and welcome back to another sit down Sunday session. And this one's going to go a little bit different. This one's going to go just a tiny bit different. By the way, I've got a headset now so I can actually listen to stuff while I'm actually doing stuff, which works out a lot better. I'm going to hijack the series a little bit now. I'm going to hijack it if I can just up my sensitivity a little bit on my microphone because it seems to be quite low for some reason. I'm going to hijack the series a little bit. Because I have quite a lot on my plate as such, or quite a lot on my chest, if you will. And the first 10 or so minutes of this episode are just going to be me basically not ranting, but more venting, more just getting things out in the open. Everyone has their methods of doing stuff. People write journals, some people punch stuff, some people go for a jog. I just felt like I wanted to do this one. I wanted to get it out there and share it with you guys, which I'll touch on why later on. And I gotta stop saying it's really bothering me. I keep noticing it only in this series do I notice it. It's because I'm not focusing on anything except for camera. So whenever I say I sound like an idiot. It's like I need to cut that out of my vocabulary. And I'm also going to be drinking this because I've just got back from the gym, so you're going to have to just deal with that pretty much. But I do always tell you guys, sit down with a nice drink, put your feet up, some food for this series, for this video, because you don't need to watch it, you can just listen. And I feel like this is quite a nice thing to just sit down, eat and drink too. Maybe not this episode as such, but the previous two, grade A. I suppose this vent or rant boils down a bit to burning the candle at both ends. And I'm not by any means saying I'm burned out. I'm not saying like I need a break. I'm not saying like any of that kind of thing. I just feel not overwhelmed, but I feel like I definitely have a lot on my plate, and it's all self-inflicted as well. It's like I'm my own worst enemy here. I can't blame you guys, I can't blame anything else that has happened. I can't blame anyone that's around me. It's all self-inflicted. It's all just stuff that I have brought upon myself. It's just the idea that because I've been throwing myself at the YouTube thing ever since the whole back on UnlawfulExile breaking up with Chloe thing. I've been just chucking myself at YouTube pretty much. The date of me recording this is the 14th of May. I actually have videos. If I stopped doing YouTube now, stopped recording, just didn't record again until I ran out of videos, I would not actually have to record again until pretty much June. That's just how much I've just been like, right, video. And it's like, it's now getting to the point where it's a bit like, I go to work. It might help if I break down my day a bit, like my typical weekday. Let's break down a Monday. So, on a Monday, I will wake up at 6 a.m. I will lay in bed for about 20 minutes, just because it takes me a little while to actually get out of bed. I will leave my house at about 6:45 a.m. to get on a train at 7 a.m. So that's a 15-minute walk from my house to the train station, which is not a problem. Then I'm on said train for pretty much an hour and a half. So I'm on that train from 7 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. Once I get off that train, I get off the train, I get a bus. The bus usually comes roughly whenever I get there. So I'm on the bus from 8:30 a.m. I get to work at 9 a.m. I then work from 9 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. to which I do all that journey again to come home. So I leave my house at about before 7 a.m. and I usually get home by about 8 p.m. And when I get home, I have to pretty much eat dinner and then either go to the gym, because I'm dedicated to that and trying to make it something that I want to stick with because I wish to better myself. Edit videos, which again, don't you feel bad, guys. I don't want anyone to feel bad about this, making it feel like I'm treating you guys like it's your fault or I'm treating you guys like a chore. By all means, I'm going to bring all this back to that. But yeah, editing videos, or doing Twitch live streams, or just something. Very rarely do I just come home from work, or even on a Saturday or Sunday, very rarely do I just sit down and just do nothing. I'm always doing stuff. Not necessarily going out and having a drink and relaxing and doing X, Y, and Z. It's generally me generally going, right, let's do something productive, pretty much. Let's make some videos. Let's edit that Wonder FFA session I recorded last week with those guys. Let's go to the gym. Let's do some of my apprenticeship work, because my job, I'm still technically on an apprenticeship, and I have to do a certain amount of coursework to pass that apprenticeship to get a job. So I have to do the job and on top of that coursework as well. So yeah, this is just like a way of me, like I said, not saying that I'm tired. I am tired. I am very tired. Not saying that I'm burned out and I need a break. More just so, I don't even know what the point of this is. The point isn't. It's not for you guys to show me sympathy. And it's not to be like, oh, look how much I do, look how great I am. I'm not quite sure what the point of this is, but I was just walking home from the gym, and I just thought, I really, really want to make this point on Sit Down Sunday. I really just want to sit down and talk about this. And that's generally the point of Sit Down Sunday, is I sit down and I talk about what I want. And this is what I want to sit down and talk about. I think it might all come from the other day on the Twitters, which I shouldn't let get to me, because it's full of weird people with anime pictures, weeaboos, and people whose opinions pretty bluntly don't frickin' matter to my life, to be honest. Like, couldn't really give a two tosspots what a lot of the people on Twitter think. But there was a whole thing going on that, and it's been going on for a while, it wasn't just yesterday, it's been brought up a few times on Twitter and over the past month, 2 months or so, and it's the basic idea that LPs, Let's Plays, and I mentioned this on a Pokemon Heart Gold Wedlock, so that just shows how old this actual topic is and still crops up every now and then, is that Let's Plays are unoriginal, people are jumping on bandwagons of doing top 10s and theory videos, people are uploading news videos to channels, you're ruining the community, parentheses, those air quotes are very important when it comes to the community. What a big crock of crap that is. The only community is this one, fucking right here, Band of Outlaws, that's the community. Yeah, and that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, which might be why I'm talking about this, because I work really damn hard. Like, I work really damn hard, waking up 6 a.m, pretty much talking, doing stuff constantly till I go to bed at 12 a.m. to do it all again, except for when it's a Saturday, in which case I wake up at 8, and then probably even busier with YouTube stuff and family stuff and gym and this, that and the other. But for a group, some people, I'm not singling anyone out, this isn't indirect to anyone in particular, so if you think this is about you, get over yourself pretty much. For people to say your content is unoriginal and to an extent lazy, it really rubs me the wrong way, because I put a damn lot of effort into what I do. Since I was a kid, I'm running over the 10 minutes that I said I was, but oh well. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I've always wanted to make people laugh. I've wanted to have an impact on people. I've wanted to make them feel good. When I was a child, I wanted to be an actor, because my favourite actor was Jim Carrey. He was in all my favourite comedy movies. I wanted to be Jim Carrey. When I got a little bit older, I wanted to be a TV presenter, because that's when you started watching stuff like, I don't know if the Americans will get it, but I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here with Ant and Dec, some other funny programs that just had TV presenters. So I wanted to be a TV presenter. Then when I got a bit older, I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, because that's when you start watching the stand-up comedians. And it always went back to like me entertaining people. And now I do that on YouTube. And I fucking love it, to be perfectly honest. I fucking love every second of it. I say it more so at the end of Twitch streams than I do at videos, but I do say it at the end of videos as well. Is that, and it's not an exaggeration, I'm like, guys have probably heard it from content creators before and things, and I'm not calling them out again. This is not in response to anyone, so if you think it is, get over yourself. Get out of your own little bubbles. I generally say it more at the end of Twitch streams. I say it sometimes at the end of videos. But I genuinely love you all that watch my stuff and support the content. Genuinely love you all, because you guys are the ones that make this whole process valid. And in a way, you guys are making partially my childhood dreams come true, in the way of me entertaining people and keeping people entertained and brightening up some people's days and just talking to people and helping people make other friends, especially on Twitch. I love the fact that on Twitch everyone in the chat is friends with each other pretty much. That is like the greatest thing that I could have ever imagined to happen from that. Is that not necessarily, oh, look at how many people watch my stream. It's, look at these people that have come together to watch me, and now they just enjoy talking to each other. That's like mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing. So thank you all for that. Thank you all for that. And that's why it rubs me particularly the wrong way when people try and pretty much shit on other people's content. Not necessarily mine, but other people's. Because why the fuck does anyone care? Like, why do you care what other people do with their channel? Do you really think, like, BBC One sits there in their office going, wow, ITV are really lazy for putting on that programme? Or, wow, can't believe ITV just done a reaction video to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Do you really think they sit there and do that? No, they don't give a crap. They don't care. They just sit there and make their own stuff, pretty much. And I know, I work in media advertising. Yes, they might say, wow, that programme done really well for ITV. Okay, that's it. They don't like get angry at each other or anything. They don't care. But this is different. Like, people will watch other people's channel and they'll say, I don't agree with that, therefore it's wrong, therefore I'm gonna go shit on that person. And it's like, where do you come off? Where do you come off being this shining white knight, thinking your opinion is the God's truth? Because that's exactly what it is. It's your opinion. It's your opinion. You have no idea what reason people do things. Some people might upload them taking a dump on the toilet, but they might have a damn good reason to do it. And you don't know it because you instantly just watched it and thought, that's wrong, I'm gonna go call them out on it. And it's like, get off your fucking high horse, pretty much. Yeah. That's kind of just what I wanted to talk about for the first part of this sit-down Sunday. I want to leave it on a nice tone, though. Back to the point of that I said right at the start. This isn't a topic of me calling out you guys, or calling out the people who watch my videos, saying, I'm burned out, guys, I need a break, I need this, that, and the other. I don't need a break. I love it. I honestly love it. The hours of work I put in is always justified by the comments and the likes and the tweets and the Twitch chat and everything else, all the other pieces of feedback I get from you. That's why I generally value comments and stuff over likes. I do always say leave a like, leave a dislike, but comments and stuff I always value more. Because you have to take time to write a comment. You have to take time out of your day. You actually have to think about something. You have to put it down and you send it out. And then that is your opinion on something. Anyone can leave a like anonymously. You might not even watch the video and leave a like anonymously. But if you leave a comment, that's totally different. You've had to put some kind of thought into that. And when I see someone say, that was a really good video, or they go, wow, that was a really funny part of the video, that part, or oh my god, I can't believe this happened, how crazy. That's like, yes, this is why I do this, is to give people, I don't know what the right word would be, give people emotion, I suppose, make people feel stuff. You might feel sad while watching this, you might feel sympathy, don't feel sympathy. You might feel pride, which is what you should feel, pride in the fact that you are all good people. You are all good people. and you watching my stuff genuinely makes my life infinitely better. So I'm going to end the rant on a nice tone. Thank you all very much for watching my stuff, as always. You are the... I just can't describe it. I cannot describe the feelings and emotions I have for the people who take time out of their day to just interact with what I put out there. So thank you all very much. Right, on to our regularly scheduled sit-down Sunday time. On to our regularly scheduled stuff. There's no funny train stories this week, which is rather unfortunate. Really quite sad that there was no funny train stories. The lady who fell asleep and banged her head on the table was on the train again. She fell asleep again, but this time she didn't bang her head, so a bit disappointing. And nothing really funny happened at work. So I'm just going to go on to topics that got sent to me. We're going to go on to Zahid. Zahid tweeted at me. Zahid, I don't remember your full @name on Twitter, but you know who you are. Zahid tweeted at me that he is coming to the end of his, or a few people are coming to the end of their education now, whether it be high school, college, university, blah 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 blah, and asked basically, how do you get a job, or any advice on to get a job. I got my first job when I finished college, which for Americans I think would be between high school and their college, because the education system works a little bit differently here. I'm going to keep doing that every time I say because it'll make me realise how freaking stupid I sound. I got my first job when I came out of my college, and that was being a lifeguard. And my first tip to get in your first job, if this is your first job, my first tip to you is, for God's sake, do not be picky. If you get offered a job and it's a good amount of money for the work you're doing, which is something you have to judge yourself. You have to judge yourself. Is this the correct amount of money, or is this a good amount of money for the amount of work I'm going to be doing? If it is, take it. Because people who hire people genuinely don't hire people who haven't had work experience. If you have work experience, there's more chance of you getting a job over someone with a higher education, pretty much. In most jobs, of course. Because people generally want more work experience now than education, because so many people are doing higher education now that it's becoming not dime a dozen, but more just common. Whereas, like the job I have now, I'm doing media advertising now. I didn't pass my ICT, computer, whatever you want to call it, qualification. I actually failed my computer qualification. Yeah, I still do YouTube, and I still do computers okay sometimes. And now I work in media advertising, where I use a computer all day, use a crap ton of programs, use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, blah 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 blah. And I got that job because I do YouTube. So there's no surefire way to get a job. It's just knowing your worth. Don't be picky. And if you don't have a job, go looking or do something else with your time. Don't just sit on your ass doing nothing, because no one's going to come and hand it to you. You have to go out there and just do something. Whether it be applying for jobs, go around giving your CV. I don't know if Americans have CV. Like a thing that you give to places when you apply for jobs, and it's like, this is why I'm great. This is my qualifications or educational history. This is my past work experience. This is where you can contact me. I don't know if Americans have... resume. Your resume. It just clicked with me. Yeah, go around, give your resume to people. If you don't hear anything back from that, go volunteer at something. Volunteer at a charity shop. Volunteer at... I don't know, there's plenty of stuff you can volunteer for nowadays. You can just volunteer to do ridiculous stuff. Just do something with your time, because that's going to make it look better when you do get a job. No one wants to see on your CV, resume, whatever you want to call it, no one wants to see, I finished school in 2016 And then in 2018 I done this, because the first question they're going to ask you is, well, what did you do for this 2 years between 2016 and 2018? And you're going to look at them, you're going to go, I sat at home and played video games. And then instantly you're going to be like, right, well, this person has no desire, no passion, no drive, because you sat at home 2 years and done nothing. You have to sell yourself well and try and genuinely make yourself a good person who you think other people would want to hire. That's pretty much all I can say on that. I don't know too much about it, but that's generally my own opinion. So thank you for that, Zahid. Next up, we have Otherside DK, who tweeted us and asked us my top 5 childhood video games. Now, childhood I count as from like 4 years old to 12 years old. Past that, it starts getting a bit teeny, and past that, it gets a bit adulthood. So childhood I put from 4 till 12. So when I was 12, I was still playing... What was I playing when I was 12? I was playing when I was 12. I was still playing my PlayStation 1, I think, when I was 12. Maybe my PlayStation 2. It might have been my PlayStation... No, I'm pretty sure it's just my PlayStation 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, in fact it was. It was definitely my PlayStation 1. I was playing my PlayStation 1 when I was 12. A few games that always stick out to me on the PlayStation 1 was Ape Escape. Ape Escape was one of my favourite games ever. It was one of the first games I ever completed 100% as well, and one of the few games I completed 100%. I would love to play Ape Escape again. That is one of my favourite games ever. What other games I used to play on PlayStation? Any Yu-Gi-Oh game on the PlayStation I would play the hell out of. Forbidden Memories, Duelist of Roses, even though that was on PlayStation 2. I used to love a Yu-Gi-Oh game. I still do love Yu-Gi-Oh games. I just haven't watched the series in so long. I haven't watched any of the Yu-Gi-Oh series past GX, so I don't play any of the games that are past GX, because they don't really make sense to me. What else? What other games did I play when I was a kid? That's 2. These aren't top 5. These aren't in order. These are just 5 games that stick out in my head and I remember very well. One game that sticks out in my head a lot, and it wasn't on the PlayStation. This was on the handheld Sega Mega Drive, or Sega Genesis, whatever you want to call it. It was a handheld thing. It was about that big, and they called it handheld. And if you wanted to use it, actually, without plugging it into the wall, it took 8 batteries, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I never really took it outside. But it was a Sega handheld. It was about that huge. It was bigger than freaking iPads. It was about that thick as well. And there was a game on it, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game, which was a game that was kind of like Tekken 2, but it was all on 2D, and it was all the Power Rangers characters. So you had all of the Power Rangers, you had a handful of bad guys, you had the Megazord, the Dragon Zord. It was phenomenal. I would play it for hours on end. Hours on end. And then there was a story mode as well that was kind of like Streets of Rage. And that was an absolutely phenomenal game. It was just called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it was on the Sega handheld. It may have been on the Sega main console, but I don't know. I had it on the Sega handheld. Another one. I used to play my Game Boy a lot. Why did I used to play on the Game Boy a lot? I don't know. I usually just have a load of games on Game Boy. I wouldn't say I had a favourite one on Game Boy, just kind of had a load of games. I suppose Blue, Pokemon Blue, I'd throw in there. I spent a lot of time on Blue. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on Blue, pretty much, so that would have to probably go in there. So I'm on 4. I need one more. What's one more game that I played a lot of that sticks out in my head? Oh, of course! Star Fox 64. That was an amazing game. Star Fox 64 was like one of my favourite games ever. We can't let you do that, Star Fox. Oh, Star Fox 64 was a great game. I could sit down for an entire Saturday and complete Star Fox 64 about 5 times, go to bed and think, that was a damn good Saturday. Pretty much. And I know all the words to every mission. Andros has ordered us to take you down. Peppy, long time no see. Andros' enemy is my enemy. Oh, it's so funny. Foolish bird, I am the great Leon. Star Fox 64 is amazing. Can't deny it. Just can't deny it at all. So I wouldn't say those are like a top 5, but those are 5 that stick out in my head, probably. So thanks for that question. Thank you for that question. Twizzard asked me to react to 20 Years a Pokemon Tribute. Now I haven't watched this, so I'm going to do a live reaction of it. I haven't watched this. You guys won't be able to hear it. Only I will hear it. If you want to watch it along, I will tell you exactly when I am going to play it. 20 Years Pokemon Tribute. And it's the first one that comes up. It is by Nerd Out. It's 4 minutes 24. Okay, I'm not watching the whole thing. I'll watch like the first minute. Right, I've got it paused at the start. We are going to watch it in 3, 2, 1, go. If it's really good, I'll probably end up watching the whole thing. So we got a Pokeball. Is it a music song? Is it a music video? I suppose it would be. That's cool. That's really good. That's really cool. There's no other words to describe this. It's just really cute. It's lovely. It's lovely. Very nice. I don't know half these people. Maybe that's why I wasn't invited to be on it. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Callum. Callum, you need to make your bed, buddy. Yeah, I don't know half these people. That's probably why I wasn't invited to be on it. That and I don't have subs. Cool. Alright, I'm going to stop it there. Oh, no, Twit! Shout out to Twit. Shout out to Twit. Right, we're going to stop it there. So I watched about 2 minutes of that. That was really cute. That was lovely. My god, that was amazing. I wish I was in that. I genuinely wish I was in that. Huh. That was really cool. Who sang that? Who sang that? They got a really damn good voice. Did A-Drive sing that? Did A-Drive sing that? Wow. Wow. Shout out to A-Drive. Damn. Holy crap. That's very impressive. That is a talented man. That is a talented man right there. That is really cool. Shout out to you, Twizzard, for recommending that. That was really cool. I've never seen that before. I'm not crying. I genuinely have something in my eye. That's really bothering me. I think that'll do it for today. It's a bit longer than usual. I generally like to keep these around half an hour long, like a TV program. I don't really want to go any longer than half an hour. If I ever had a guest on, which I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of maybe not doing like 4 or 5 people in one. I might just have one person in one and just ask them stuff like embarrassing story or something that's happened to you recently that's really funny, that kind of thing. yeah, pretty much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. Leave a comment. I love reading them. I hope my 15-minute rant at the start of the video didn't bother too many people. Thank you all for watching. You're all lovely people. And I will see you all for the next part of Sit Down Sunday next Sunday. Take care, my love muffins. Mwah. Bye-bye.